Today gives me pleasure to introduce to you the Gadley 1450 industrial heavy-duty ride-on floor sweeper. As you can see by the machine, this is the GTS, the heavy-duty version. It's 1.45 metre sweep path. It's a heavy-duty version, so it's designed for industrial as well as outdoor applications. The machine itself is a hand-built product, and it's designed to last between 10 and 20 years as a long-term investment. So while I'm here, I'll just discuss the machine in a nutshell. So for starters, there are a number of options you can get on the machine. You can either get one side broom or you can get two side brooms. To get 1.5 metre sweep path, you actually need two side brooms. So what happens typically in a sweeper is that the side broom always compacts or hits walls and gutters. So we have these extremely heavy-duty bollards to protect the side broom against any impact. So there are two side brushes, one left, one right, and they can be used independently of the main broom. The drive tyre as well as the rear tyres are all solid non-marking tyres, so you should get a 5-year runtime out of the tyres. The machine itself, to offset any dust, has water suppression. So whenever the gutter brooms are used, you have water mist, which offsets any dust from getting airborne into the system itself or airborne in itself. From a safety point of view, we've got drive lights, so you can be used day or night to allow anyone to see. This here is an option. You can get a fiberglass cover, which allows the operator, I guess, a bit more comfort if you're using it indoor or outdoor. Perhaps it's in rainy conditions or windy conditions. It protects the operator somewhat. They can also be easily removed in case it gets very hot. So that is an option in itself. This wraparound heavy-duty bar comes in this standard, or it comes in a 2.2 metre height. So you have two versions that you get on the machine. Whenever you're driving on the machine, the operator obviously has mirrors, so you can see behind him, which is obviously very, very important whenever you drive a machine. Now, we have a 1.45 metre sweep path, and in the middle there is a main brush, which is 710 or 71 centimetres. The main broom itself is the vehicle, or the brush itself that does all the work. It throws all the debris back into the hopper. And as I open this up, the main broom sits in this section up here, and it throws the debris back into the hopper itself. We have two solid tyres, which are on the rear, so again, they should last you 5 years. The hopper here is at the back, which will lift up independently. The machine here comes in two versions. One is a low dump version, which is a manual dump, and the other one is a high dump. So the way to activate a high dump is simply by engaging this button here and raising the hopper up in the air like this. As you can see, here it comes up, and it dumps up into 1.35 metres. And once we get it over a skip like this, it turns over, and then we dump the rubbish into the floor, we correct it back, and then we bring the hopper back down to its original position. The high dump version is protected with these extremely large heavy-duty towers which lift the hopper up and down. So it's all steel and folded and compressed by these heavy-duty hydraulic lift arms which lift the hopper up and down. To protect the operators when they're maintaining the machine, we have these safety arms which come in and they lock up like so. So two locking points, and it locks the arms in to protect the operators in case they're doing any servicing work underneath the machine. To remove those safety arms, we remove them here, and we have a system in here underneath which lock in like so. Underneath here we have a main brush which is 710 millimetres or 71 centimetres. It's a heavy duty brush which will pick up stones, debris, fine dust or any kind of indoor or outdoor material. The object of that brush is simply to throw debris over, which collects into the large hopper here, which holds a total volume of 100 kilograms of net weight, and that's the bin there. So as we said, the hopper is identical in size whether it's a low dump or a high dump machine. The only advantage of a high dump machine is it will dump up into a skip, eliminate double handling of debris. Inside the engine bay, or as we call it the old cockpit system, we have 6 batteries, 36 volt, 200 amp hour amp hour batteries. There are AGM, or an alternative is to go for a lithium battery pack, which gives you a longer runtime. But the standard AGM batteries are designed to last or run for 5 hours continually, non-stop, and the lithium will go 8 to 10 hours on a single charge. There are two advantages, both lithium and AGM. The preference, of course, is the customer base, whichever way you want to go. The drive motor itself, which is just in here, is a massive 1.5 horsepower drive motor, and that will climb at 25 degrees, which is impressive in case you're picking up or sweeping up in car parks or heavy ramps or contracted roadways. And the drive train is down here via differential. There's two drive trains down there, chains, which gives you that really, really amazing climbing ability. So this is quite unique to this style of sweeping system. The frame, as you can see, is heavy duty steel. And if I look in the electronic box, everything is away from all the dust, and this opens up and allows you to see everything here. Principally, there is a bunch of choppers down here and a Curtis controller, and everything's color coded and numbered for easy maintenance. And in the event that you want to find out what each of these are, as we look in here, each part of the machine is labeled section to give diagnostic maintenance a very simple way of tracing anything they need to find on the machine. Here we close it. It's a sealed compartment, and no water or dust will actually get into the electronic part of the machine. It is a high dump machine. The volumetric capacity of the hopper is 150 litres, but in terms of the sheer weight that will lift is 100 kilos. And as you can see, it's all steel. There's no plastic on the machine. It's designed for the heavy duty market. Excellent for usage indoor and outdoor, whether it be road sweeping or internal factory warehouse sweeping. 1450 machine comes with water suppression. So this tank in here holds 135 litres, which will be good for about an hour and a half runtime, 90-minute runtime of water down to the side brooms. In order to fill it, we can either fill it through the top, through a cap up here, which you can access water to, or if that's too much, this comes standard with the machine, the hose adapter, and that will plug into any standard hose to allow you to quickly fill a machine, which probably takes about 4 to 5 minutes maximum to keep you on the road and dust free. The dust control system on the 1450 is a heavy duty baghouse dust control system. The system has been around now for 50, 60 years. That's the most efficient dust control version available any sweeper on the world market. So when I open this lid up here, you will see an incredible dust control system, which is called baghouse. It's 5 square meters, and the system itself is designed to be maintenance free for between 5 and 15 years. That's the expected lifespan on a dust filter. So whether you're picking up fine cement dust, lead, aluminium, or basic warehousing or external dust outside sweeping, this system you can rely on because it's been proven the world over for the last 50 or 60 years. It's expensive to put in, but it's the only system in the world that works, and it's far, far superior to any other dust control system you may find on any other sweeper on the market. To put this back on, because it's a maintenance-free dust system, this sits in a steel plate, it gets locked in and gets locked away. That's all you need to worry about. The dust control system is there for the life of the machine. The main brush for the 1450, it's a herringbone broom with a spline drive to give it that aggressive dust pickup. And the way it comes in is it's a bolt-on, bolt-off system encompassing 4 bolts, which is simply goes into the machine, to the body of the machine, and it locks up with a couple of connecting bolts here. The Gadley 1450, it's a very simple process. All we start off firstly is putting the key into the on position. We work out whether we want to go forward or we want to go reverse. And secondly, whether we want to travel mode, which is very fast mode, or just slow mode for sweeping mode. Over here we have a function where we can have the main broom working only, or we can have the gutter brooms working together. So this is the gutter brooms working. Turn the brushes off, everything comes up automatically via actuator. So whether you want to use the gutter brooms or just the main broom, it's an independent function down here, and everything raises and lowers electrically without any cables or levers. Over here we have a filter shaker which vibrates the dust in the back of the hopper, and a fan here which works to suck up the dust. Outside of that, this is the high dump version. Simply by pressing this mode here activates the high dump, and we lower and raise the hopper here. At any height we stop all the way up to the top, which is 1.35 meters, and we go down. And that's all it is. To operate the machine, we have good visibility, wide control here. We press on our accelerator, we drive forward, and the turning circle is incredible as well. Over here, we have our braking system, and the event that you want over here is the braking system, and in the event that you want the handbrake on, we simply depress here, which activates the handbrake down here. To release it, we release it like so. And it's an infinitely variable speed as well. And if you want the gutter brooms working slower or faster, we simply lower the gutter brooms down. Fast speed for the side brooms and slower speed. We can actively engage whether we want to go fast or slow. So in heavy dust applications, you might want to go slower, but in lighter leaves, you might want to have the side brooms spinning a lot faster. That's all standard as part of the machine. As we turn them off, again, the side brooms come up automatically, as does the main broom. So we have an emergency stop in the event of any hazards coming forward. Forward, reverse, slow and fast. Whether we want just the main broom working or we want the side broom and main broom working together. This was the feature I mentioned before with the gutter brooms. We can increase or decrease the speed. It's up to you, we'll leave it as it is. This one here is a filter shaker. That turns the fan on, which works to suck. Down here we have the voltage left and the percentage of the battery left. As you can see, this one here has 96% battery charge left on the machine, and down here it shows how many hours the machine has worked for. In this particular case, this machine has worked 55 hours, and that's how it basically works. So it's pretty simple. The operator training time is generally 3 to 5 minutes to make the machine work and be productive for you. It's, as I said before, it's a heavy duty machine. It's hand built, and it's designed to last between 10 and 15 years, pretty well trouble-free. In terms of safety, every machine comes standard with flashing light here and has a reversing beeper as standard. There is an option, of course, to get a seat belt if that's the way you want to go. But everything, as you can see, is pretty well stock standard. You have the rear visions, you can have a seat belt, you've got the flashing light, and you've got the reversing beeper. And on the front, it's stock standard. We have the driving lights to allow people to see what it is. Impact resistance, we have these great big tower bumper bars, so when we hit walls and gutters and whatnot, it's all there. And of course, as we said earlier, you can grab an enclosed cover which will protect the operator from any windy, dusty conditions. That's again an option whether you want to go. This one is designed for 2 metre height for car park sweeping, but of course you can go higher as well at 2.2, 2.3. The 1450 comes with a bunch of ingenious ideas of, this is basically another one of those here. To eliminate double handling of debris, or just in case you don't have a skip to dump into, especially for external use like picking up leaves, we have a unique bag that's designed to fit on the machine like so. This fits in like this. This comes in like this. One of the features of the Gadley machine is it has an optional bag system which allows for the elimination of double handling of debris. This bag here is just simply a massive bag that goes onto the machine to allow the debris to go into a bag. So when you're out externally picking up debris, this bag will discharge all the rubbish into a bag like this, and we simply can dump at any height we want to go to, and all we simply do is dump the rubbish into the bag like this. Once it discharges, we bring the hopper back to base. We can lower the hopper down or up wherever we want to go, just to make life easy for ourselves. We then simply undo the bag like this. We collect our rubbish that goes in here like this. We grab our bag, we fold our rubbish, and then we can put it aside, ready to put another bag on in the event that we don't want to be wheeling rubbish from point A to point B. It's an incredibly effective elimination of double handling of debris. It saves a lot of time, and it saves a lot of labour, and it saves an awful lot of mess.